Alright, what's up guys? So, sorry this video has taken me so long to upload. I have been going through some cat issues. So, this week's topic is testosterone expectations. Um, this could mean pre-testosterone and on testosterone. I can't really say post unless you've stopped, but for me, I'm still on it, and 6.5 months now. So, for me, I can I can say that before T, I don't think that I was aware of this at the time, but now that I'm on T, I thought of it as like fix it, like it was gonna fix everything for me, if that makes sense. Not passing, how I would feel about not passing, dysphoria, dealing with judgmental people and closed-minded people, like in situations like that. So I definitely had expectations. I expected my voice to drop pretty quickly, my hair to grow fast, mustache, beard to be in by 4 months, and I just had expectations that I think were not unrealistic because, I mean, I do know guys who've grown a beard in 4 months, but I think sometimes setting expectations isn't always the best thing because you don't want to get disappointed and you want to be grateful with what you have, you know? And so what I've learned is that it's hard not to set those expectations, especially for trans individuals, because we spend our whole life expecting and waiting. You live your whole childhood not feeling right, or maybe not your childhood, maybe you don't realize it until later, but once you do, it's like you're waiting, either you're waiting until you're old enough to start hormones and be out of the house and do what you want to do to make yourself happy, or you're a teenager, like as in old enough to make your own decision on starting hormones, and you're waiting for your appointment, you're waiting for your letter, you're waiting for surgery, you're raising the money. It's always a waiting game. It's always about expecting, like it's hard not to expect, but you just have to realize that like your time's gonna come, so that's definitely something that I had to accept, was that like my voice didn't drop as fast as I wanted it to. um, I don't really have any facial hair, so I'm guessing I'm not really a hairy person, and just some of the changes that I expected to happen didn't, and it's okay, because I'm fortunate enough to be able to be on testosterone and be where I am now, because some trans folks don't have that option. I don't know. I just feel like there's still some expectation there, and that's something that I work through on a daily basis. Is like working to not have expectation, because it is disappointing, it is discouraging, and it does for me personally contribute to like dysphoria and things like that. But sometimes I just have to sit here and look at my life and be super grateful for what I have. So I try my best not to set those expectations despite having them. So yeah, I mean, I think it's normal to have expectations, especially before tea. But I think, once you're on it, try your best to just be happy with what happens. It's not gonna fix everything. It's, in a way, it's gonna make things harder. Like for me, my irritability and my frustration in those first couple months made it life a little harder. I was exhausted. Work was hard because I was working with coworkers who knew me before I came out and who knew me as a female, and obviously they needed time to adjust, and for me that was frustrating because I knew who I was and I knew what I should be called, and it was hard. It was definitely draining. And so I just think that having that big expectation that testosterone was going to fix everything for me was definitely a reality check once I did start. And I'm very grateful that I actually did think of that, because now I can look at it and be like, all right, no, it didn't fix everything. It's about your attitude, the way you go about things, how open you are with people. Like, a lot of different factors go into that. So I am happy that I did expect it, but it wasn't easy, you know. So I mean, you definitely have to um, have a lot of support or just be a strong person. And I think anybody who is trans is strong. So I think anybody can get through it. It's just, it also depends on the support that you have around you. You know, I have a lot of love and support in my life. There's only one person who doesn't really support my transition, and that's my dad. And we don't talk, so I don't really have to deal with his anti everything attitude. So it makes hard situations a lot easier. And I also have a very supportive girlfriend. So it's like at the end of the day, if I have a bad day, I can go to her and talk about it. And, you know, not everybody has that. So just be careful with your expectations. Talk to guys who are already on T. You know, a big help for me was my best friend, Noah. He was there for me in every moment that I needed him in the first months of my transition, and he was already almost a year in. So having somebody who's been through it definitely helped me a lot. And so I suggest either reaching out to guys through YouTube, Instagram, Tumblr, whatever, if you don't have a friend in person, just so that way whenever you need the help, it's there. But that's it, guys. I hope you had a happy Thanksgiving. See you later.